straight. Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands.
Hello, what is going on, chaps? Coco Pops here. Welcome back to the channel for more Black Ops 3 Zombies content. What we're going to be showing you in this video is how to get the unlimited death machine on all maps without using any wall powers. Now along the way I'm going to show you how to glitch out the attachments with a couple of tips and tricks because a lot of people are having troubles while doing it. So what you're going to need is 2 controllers, 2 accounts and 1 console. What you want to do is close down your application for Black Ops. We're going to go over towards the settings. We're going to go down towards the storage. Once we're in the storage, we're going to go to system storage. We're going to go down to save data. What we're going to do from here, we're going to click on the Black Ops 3 save data and simply just delete that off the console. Don't worry, it's not going to delete any progress inside games. It's just going to delete your sensitivity and stuff like that. Now once you've done all that, what you want to do is load up the game simply just because when you load up this game here, it's going to give you your graphic settings and stuff like that. So simply just load up the game, fix all your graphic content, fix your safe area, and basically what I do from there is I load up the zombies and basically just close the application. So as you can see, done all that, hit the zombies. From here, what I'm going to do is simply just close the application. Right, now once the application is closed, we're going to get on towards the settings part. We're going to go over towards the network. We're going to disconnect our internet basically from the console, and what we're going to do is come over towards Black Ops 3 and we're going to load up Black Ops 3 until we get on towards the main menu. As you can see, we're on the main menu right now. When you're on the main menu, simply press the middle button again, go over back towards your settings, simply hit the network and connect yourself back on towards the internet. Once you're connected back onto the internet, make your way over towards Black Ops 3 again. And what we're going to do when we're on Black Ops 3 is make your way down towards Play Online. We're going to click on the Play Online, and when the Play Online comes up, we're going to press X to Play Online to connect to the service. But while it's trying to connect to the service, what we're going to do is press circle, then hit the options button to bring up our menu right here. Now what's going to happen, you're going to have to wait here a few seconds for the screen to flash, and when it does flash it's going to say X on the bottom left hand side. Press X to connect your controller, and what that's going to do is connect you to the online service right here. And once you're connected to the online service, what you're going to have to do is click on the zombies. So what I'm going to do here is click on the zombies with my first controller. Now what you're going to do is get a second controller at this point in time right here. You're going to have to add in a second account. So what we're going to do is add in our dummy account right here with our second controller, and as you can see we're going to go here, activate an account, and once we're on that second account we're going to put on the controller, we're going to go down towards the private match. Once we're in private match, we'll go over towards the weapon kits. When we're in weapon kits, we go over towards the secondaries. We're going to click on the secondaries, then click on the bowie knife with the second controller. Now with the first controller, press X once. As you can see we've pressed X. Now go back to your second controller again. What you want to do is press back 3 times until you get back on towards this menu right here. Continuing with the second controller, press X on the CUDA. We're going to go along towards the secondaries. What we're going to do is click on the bowie knife. Now with your first controller, press X once, then press back. Now continuing on with your first controller, that's you basically done the glitch right here. What we're going to do is create our variants right here. We're going to go up towards the CUDA. We're going to have to create a class, and what you want to do is make sure there's not any other variants there while you're creating this variant basically. As you can see, we're going to create a name for the variant, call it any name you want. I'm just going to call it GG just for quickness. I'm going to confirm that. Now from here what you want to do is put on the exact attachments as I do. You want to put on quick draw on the first slot, suppressor on the second slot, on the third slot you want to put on FMJ, on the fourth slot you want to put on extended mags, and in the last slot you want to put on rapid fire. Once you've done that, simply press back. You want to save that variant right here, and as I said, if you have any other variants at the time, what you want to do is go ahead, simply delete these other variants and keep the glitch variant what you just made. Because if people have other variants at the time, this is not going to work. They're going to go into a game and it's just going to keep shooting the gun. So as you can see, we're going to delete all the variants, and as you can see we only have one variant for the CUDA. Now we're also going to glitch out the Vesper as well because it works for the CUDA, the Vesper and the Shiva. So as you can see, we're going to go over towards the Vesper. We have a few variants of that itself, so we're going to go ahead and delete these variants off the screen so we don't have any variants at all. From here, we're going to go ahead and create a new variant. Simply name it anything you want, just GG, just for simple quickness. We're going to go ahead, confirm the name, and we're going to do the exact same thing again. We're going to put on quick draw on the first slot, suppressor on the second slot, FMJ on the third slot, On the 4th slot, we're going to put extended mags, and on the 5th slot, we're going to put on rapid fire. We're going to do the same again. We're going to press back, we're going to save that variant, and as you can see, we'll have one glitched out variant. Now we're going to do the same for the Shiva as well. Down towards the Shiva, we're going to do the same thing. What we're going to do is delete all the variants that we have for the Shiva. We're going to go ahead and create a new glitched out variant with all the attachments on with the previous guns before. And as you can see, once you've done that, we should only have the Shiva glitched out variant, we should have the Kuda glitched out variant, we should also have the Vesper glitched out variant. Now once you have all 3 of your variants glitched out, from here what you want to do is simply press back on both controllers till you get back towards this menu right here. And once we make our way back towards this menu right here, our attachments are going to be glitched out forever. We will never have to glitch them out again unless you go over towards the create a class and simply change the attachments. So once you've glitched them out, never change them again. Your Kuda, Shiva and the Vespa will always be glitched out. Simply just disconnect that second controller, start up a game, make sure you have on some gumballs with the death machine drops inside. What I do when I'm in game, I make sure I buy a different weapon. I also have my starting pistol. I get myself a gumball drop from the machine. I go ahead, pick up one of the glitched out weapons, which is the Shiva in my case right here. Instead of using a wall power, what I'm going to do is make my way over towards the Pack-a-Punch right here. I'm going to go ahead and simply Pack-a-Punch this weapon. Now once you Pack-a-Punch the weapon and you go and try and pick it back up, it's not going to pick up back in towards your hands, it's going to be completely glitched out. As you can see here, what I'm going to do is swap over my weapon. There's not going to be any guns in my hand. So what I'm going to do is throw a grenade, and once I throw that grenade, it's going to pop back in the glitched out weapon in my hand. So from here, what you want to do is do not shoot it, pop a death machine and simply walk in towards that death machine with the glitched out gun in your hand. And once the meter bar runs all the way down, you will have the unlimited specialist after you shoot. As you can see, the death machine will disappear off your screen. You'll have the Shiva in your hand. Simply just hold down the shoot button. It basically shoots the Shiva bullets out of the death machine. Pretty much cool. It's like an animation glitch. I'm just going to play the video through. Hope this helped a lot of people out, and a lot of people are having troubles with it. So go ahead and delete your saved data and all that stuff before you do that. Make sure you don't have any other variants on your class before you glitch this out. But apart from that, I hope it helped you out. Like I said, it has been Coco Pops. Drop a comment, subscribe if you're new, if you thought the video was helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy. Bye.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and pissed it away. I ain't fucking okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah, rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat.